Hello, and thank you for taking some time out of your busy day to listen to this life-changing and inspiring story of how my mother survived multiple cancers. My friends, I understand how valuable your time is, which is why I took my time on creating this CD. In 2003, my mother was diagnosed with a well-known illness called breast cancer, which was one of the saddest days of my life, or so I thought at that time. In 1993, she battled through cervical cancer, and we thought then that was bad. But now breast cancer, we thought this was the worst, but we had no idea of what was yet to come. My dear friends, if you or anyone you know has had any form of cancer or terminal illness, then let me tell you how deeply sorry I am that you had to endure that, and my deepest sympathies and prayers go out to you. See, I know firsthand how hard it is to deal with that situation. I mean, it rips at the very core of your being, tearing it wide open. And in the past 7 years, I've been ripped open quite a few times, as it first started with one of my closest friends, RIP to his mother, who passed away from breast cancer, and all I could do was say how sorry I was and how I would be there no matter what. To know there is nothing you can do or say that will ever change the situation or even ease their pain. Then when my mother was diagnosed, I felt firsthand what his pain was, and now I had others saying those same words to me. I mean, I've witnessed firsthand what cancer really does to the patient. And what I witnessed with my own eyes and ears is something that has changed my life forever and wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy. I'd hear my mother at night in the bathroom, weak and crying from another round of the effects of chemo, lying beside the toilet, unable to get up, and my dad standing beside her with a towel. I mean, she would go for days without eating, skin burnt from the effects of the radiation treatment. I mean, it was such a loss of many things for her. Loss of breasts, loss of hair, loss of weight, loss of dignity, and because of the cancer, a loss of her great paying job. I mean, the pain was unbearable. I felt helpless because I couldn't do anything to help her. I just had to stand and watch. Even if I could have, my mother's the kind of person who would not let me help her, always teaching us strength in all situations. You fight your way through till the end. I mean, what is it that gives a person that kind of strength to just keep fighting no matter what, knowing you're battling an illness that not too many people survive? What goes through a person's mind in the quiet moments, knowing they may be facing their death? Well, for Mom, it was us, her kids, her family. We have been and always will be Mom's driving strength, as protecting us has been her life goal. I remember when she told us what she told the doctors. God is the timekeeper, not the doctors. He will be the ultimate decider of when my time on earth is over. Doctors are not the gatekeepers. The Lord our God is. And if he feels it's time to go, then hey, it's time to go. All we knew and will forever know is giving up is not an option. And before we knew it, Mom had survived breast cancer. They gave her a 50-50 chance with breast cancer, and she took the 50% survival option and made it happen. The power of her faith in God, determination, perseverance, drive, and most importantly, positive attitude kept my mother here with us. We felt like we just survived a stunning blow, like 9/11, Hurricane Katrina, even the most recent earthquake in Japan. This was my family's catastrophe. And may I say, my prayers go out to all the families who lost loved ones in those forever unforgotten moments. My mom has always been amazing to me, even when I think about 2 years before the breast cancer. She was pregnant with my baby sister. The morning she went into labor, she woke my brother, sister, and I up to get ready for school, since we were old enough to take care of ourselves at that time, as her and my dad headed to the hospital. Well, after school, us kids had our sports practice, so we usually would get home around 5:30 or 6 in the evening. We come home and she's cleaning the house and cooking dinner. The first thing we thought was something bad happened, so we asked right away, "Mom, where's the baby?" She replied, "Shh, she's in the bed sleeping." Mom had the baby that morning at 9 a.m. By 6 in the evening, she was at home cooking dinner and cleaning the house. I mean, who does that? But Mom's point was clear. Women used to do it all the time in the older days. Now women can choose to do it if they want to. And this is the determination that I'm talking about. As a family, she taught us to be strong and tough and to learn to endure things, change what we could, accept what we couldn't, and know the difference between the two. I mean, she still says to this day, no whining. Do not whine. Do something to change the situation. Well, as time went on, Mom got through the breast cancer and went back to work. This time back to her old job field where she thought she would be safe if anything ever happened again, which was working in the medical field, her dream job, working in the OR. Mom was so excited. Life was good again and she was back at it. Well, no sooner than we thought we'd survive the battle of life, Mom was struck again. And this time, it was a million times worse. We never thought anything could be worse than what she had before. And in 2007, Mom got deathly sick. She was dropping weight like 8 pounds a week. They thought at first the cancer had come back with a vengeance. Month after month, just getting worse and worse. And it wasn't the cancer, but they couldn't figure out what it was. By this time, 7 or 8 months have passed. Now we're into 2008, and Mom looks like any day she's going to die. Consistently in the hospital. It seemed like she lived there. After losing the upper and middle lobe of her lung and then a quarter of her liver, they finally found it. LCH, Langerhans cell histiocytosis. We couldn't even say it, let alone know what in the world it was. By this time, it had spread to both lungs, liver, spleen, ovary, both eyes, hip bone, ankle bone, and the skull. And that was only the beginning of her problems. There wasn't even a doctor anywhere close by that could treat her or even knew about this illness. This time, they have said to her, "You have 6 months to live. You have multiple vital organ involvement. It's terminal." We're sorry, Miss Simmons. Well, that didn't go over so well with Mom. So Mom, being the soldier she is, again went to being an advocate for her own care, seeking out the information she needed to save her life. She found doctors at Texas State University and Johns Hopkins University that were studying this illness and doing some research. So she called them and said, "I need your help." She was able to connect them with her doctors here in town. So they put her on a treatment program that was research protocol with no expected results. Imagine that. As you can tell, I was beginning to lose faith. With breast cancer, they went in, cut off her breast to remove the cancer from spreading, giving her chemo, radiation treatments, some meds, and then send her on her way. To now have a terminal illness that has no known cure? Really? The only thing they could do is set her up with a research protocol treatment and hope for the best. It was more like treating her like a lab rat or something. They sent Mom to chemo 5 days a week. And like all lab rats, Mom became ill with the chemo, lost her hair again from the radiation treatment to the skull where the disease had eaten holes and in the hip. And after 6 months of continuous chemo treatment, she got toxemia, which in layman terms means poisoning in the blood from excessive treatment of chemo. So what happened then? You got it. Back in the hospital she went. What did they expect? 5 days a week of chemo? That would make anyone sick. And to not even know if that would work or not? I've watched my mom spend her entire life doing good things to help other people. She has taken in many of our friends over the years who've been kicked out of their own family, and she brought them into our home. She always supported different causes, donated time, energy, and money to different organizations. She even helped out the elderly around our neighborhood whose own children would not come around and help them in their own homes. At this point, not only was I scared, but I was getting very angry. Why is this happening to my mother? She loves God. She's a great mom, a great wife. She's good to people. She's never done drugs. She doesn't drink alcohol. She obeys the law. What is going on? Why is this happening? To hear the saddest news repeat itself again? Cynthia, you could die from this within 6 months. Is that like the doctor's favorite thing to say to my mom? Believe me, the doctors are in shock too, telling her how much time she no longer has. But once again, we believe that quitting is not an option. So lo and behold, Mom took matters into her own hands once again. She started to do research on her illness. One thing led to the next, and boom, out of nowhere, this ad popped up. Get paid to drink coffee. I remember her saying, "Really? Now when I'm on my way out the door, they're paying people to drink my favorite drink in the world, coffee?" So just like everything else, she looked into it. By this time, she's just at home, sitting and waiting for her countdown to happen. She used her time wisely, though. She wrote an ebook called A Breast Cancer Notification and also created a website for cancer patients so they'd have somewhere to turn to for help. Well, after digging a little deeper into coffee, she found that it said healthy coffee. Then she really had to laugh. Get paid to drink healthy coffee. Great. How bizarre is that? No cure for mom's illness, but a new coffee company comes out and it's healthy. So, like a true coffee drinker, lab patient, and most importantly, a student of life, she did some research on this company to find out exactly how this company can call itself healthy coffee. She found the product contains ginseng and reishi and was shocked by what she found. These two simple ingredients could change everything.
We return now to our show about the health-sustaining ginseng root. Ginseng is known for stimulating the mind, strengthening the body, improving memory, increasing vitality, extending endurance, cleansing the body of stress, fighting fatigue, resisting disease, bolstering immunity, and balancing the metabolism. Ginseng is taken as a treatment to control diabetes mellitus, to normalize blood pressure and prevent atherosclerosis, to prevent cancer development, to enhance brain activity by benefiting the psychoneurological system, to improve postmenopausal disorders, to counteract fatigue, and to improve physical endurance.
Which is a key factor for myself as I'm still playing professional football. This is just some of what the ginseng is known for. So, the healthy coffee contains the ginseng, which you heard, and the other main ingredient, the reishi. So, Mom started studying on the reishi. Mom was even more amazed with this than anything else. My friends, this right here is the driving force of this product and possibly the hidden miracle that saved my mother's life. Now, let me just remind you that I'm not making legal claims here. I'm merely expressing to you what happened in my mother's case. So, this reishi mushroom, it's known in the Chinese medicines as the miraculous king of all herbs. And here's why. Reishi, lingji, red mushroom, or as it's scientifically known as Ganoderma lucidum, is capable of promoting longevity and health as well as increasing wisdom and happiness, which was just what all of us needed at this point. I mean, reishi is an adaptogen, meaning that if there's something keeping your body from functioning correctly, well, the adaptogen will find it and help support the missing ingredient and heal the body. Reishi mushrooms also have powerful antioxidant properties. They can be used to boost immunity and may also increase the effectiveness of antioxidant vitamins when the two substances are used together. Reishi mushrooms are believed to suppress tumor growth and are often used in cancer prevention efforts for this reason. In Asia, they use it as a protocol in their treatment for cancer, as it's known to reverse the damage done to tissue by the radiation treatment. So as you can tell, this is the blessing that has been brought into our family's lives. My friends, not only is my mother a survivor of multiple cancer, and not only is she consuming a healthier option, but my mother is now the founder of Washington State Regional Sales Director and a 2-star diamond in the company. Not only is it changing her health, but is also giving her the opportunity to change her wealth. My friends, my name is Mr. J.R. Wells, creator of this CD, entrepreneur, success coach, 6-year professional athlete, and most importantly, a father of 2 beautiful little girls whose lives will be taken care of by the actions I'm implementing today. So if you feel inspired by this life-changing story that I've shared with you today and could benefit you or a loved one, then please visit me at jrwellsonline.com. Thank you so very much once again for taking your time to listen to this life-changing and inspiring story. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.